Hey Tigers! I want to go through some ninth grade enrollment information with each of you, and we will start with some important dates to remember. February 18th, you will have an opportunity to begin your online enrollment process through PowerSchool. Directions for how to enroll through PowerSchool will be given to you in your English class and will be posted on Schoology for those of you who may not be here in person. The window to enroll for your classes through PowerSchool will be open until February 25th, and on February 25th, the high school counselors will be here in your science class, and at that time they will go through your PowerSchool enrollment and also collect your course request sheet. That will be your final step of enrollment that you will do here at Pleasantly Middle School. And then you will wrap up the complete enrollment process with the enrollment conference that will take place on either March 10th or 11th. Your enrollment conference will happen virtually, and you will receive information to your parents on how they can schedule that conference. That conference will take place with your high school advisor, which will be listed on your course request sheet. The last date we want to ensure that you have is on March 22nd. The summer school enrollment is going to open. So any student wanting to take a class this coming summer to earn credit for high school will open on March 22nd. Those directions will also be given at a later date, but you will do that through PowerSchool. What I'm going to do now is walk you through how to read your course request sheet. You should have received your course request sheet in your email. And so if you do not have that in front of you, I would like to give you a chance to open that email. You will be looking for an email that came from Jennifer Montgomery, and it will start at the top looking like what you see on my screen. Again, I'm going to give you a moment to open that email and make sure you have your course request sheet in front of you. Okay, at the top, let's make sure you have the form that is specific to you. You'll see your language arts teacher listed, and that is because we do our enrollment through our language arts class. And then you'll see your science teacher listed. My form here is a generic form, so it does not have any specifics, but you're looking for your language arts teacher and your science teacher. Remember, language arts is because you do enrollment through language arts, and science is listed because you are going to be turning your form into your science class with the high school counselor. The next section you will see here is your name, and that should be your first and last name, and then your academic coach. Your academic coach is the same thing as your advisory teacher. And at the high school, your advisory teacher or academic coach will be the same person for all 4 years that you're there. This individual will help to make sure that you are earning all of your graduation requirements that you need, along with ensuring that you're getting all of the classes that you want during your enrollment process each year. Next, you'll see where you're going to list alternates. Alternate classes are the classes that you're telling us that you want to take if the classes that you have circled on your enrollment form are not available to you. For instance, if you're hoping to take boys team sports, but it is full, you might list an alternate as Fitness for Life. That is another PE class that you would say, if I can't take boys team sports, I'm okay if I take Fitness for Life. As you'll see on the form, you are going to list either 1 year-long class for each alternate, or you'll see where there is a backslash, and you could list 2 semester courses on each line to account for 3 total credits. The next thing you're going to see here is how you are going to select your classes. It's going to be very important that you follow along on the Career and Educational Planning Guide and that you've looked for any class that has a prerequisite. Remember, a class that says the prerequisite is another level is to ensure that you take the class in order. For instance, I cannot take Spanish 2 without having taken Spanish 1. So I would have to have Spanish 1 as a prerequisite for Spanish 2. If you have questions about if you're eligible for any courses, please reach out and let me know. What you're going to be doing on your form is circling which classes that you need, and you will be following what recommendations you have received. If we start at the top of your form, for each specific area, you are going to see English Language Arts listed first. You'll see that highlighted here, and then you'll see the word recommended. Again, my general sheet is showing what might be recommended. Right here in bold letters, you should see the class you're listed for. It might say English 9, it might say Advanced English 9, but whatever you are recommended for is going to be listed here. In the next area, you're going to see the classes that are offered in the English Language Arts category. So what you are going to be doing is looking for the class that you were recommended for. If you're recommended for English 9, you're going to find it here in the list, and you would complete your form by circling English 9. When you are circling your form, we're going to ask that you circle from English all the way over to the 1 and back around. The reason we're asking you to circle the 1 is because it helps you to count your credits. In order to have fully completed your course request sheet, you will need to have added up 7 credits to take. 1 credit, any of these classes that have a 1 listed are year-long classes, and you can earn 1 credit. And if a class has a 0.5 listed, that means it's a semester long, and you earn half a credit. Again, when you are finishing your form, you're looking to have 7 credits circled. You'll also notice that some classes have online listed in front of it. As you look to enroll for the high school, you are going to have the choice to choose either in-person classes or online classes. Some of you will choose to be fully in person, meaning I want to take all 7 classes at the high school. Some of you may choose to be fully online, meaning I'm going to take all 7 of my classes online. And some of you may choose to mix and match your classes, meaning I'm going to take a few classes in the building and I'm going to take a few classes online. Please note, if you are looking to do a mix and match of your classes, as of right now, you would be responsible for providing your own transportation. So, you would need to make sure that a parent or guardian could get you to school if it happens to be in the middle of the day. After your English class, you're going to see modern language. Some of you may have a recommendation here. That would be any student that has taken a level 1 class this year as a 8th grader. If you do not have a recommendation here, you are allowed to sign up for any foreign language class you might want to take. You do not have to have a teacher recommendation to do that. Social studies is next, and you should each see something along the lines of Advanced Studies American History or American History. Please note that the recommendations are abbreviated because of spacing. So if you see AM Hist, that means you're recommended for American History. You would find that in the list here, and again, circle it. Next, you'll see your math recommendations. Please note that in the English and math areas, you may see 2 recommendations. Those recommendations may be your regular English or math class along with a lab class. Some of you may have a recovery or lab class or a reading strategies class. Those areas where you might need additional support in order to help you feel most successful in that content area. If you move to the top right-hand corner, you'll see a science recommendation. Again, most of you are going to see a biology or advanced biology recommendation. For some of my students looking to go into the science field, please make sure you note that there's a class called Principles of Biomedical Sciences. If you are hoping to go into the science field, you would want to look to take that Principles of Biomedical Sciences either your 9th or 10th grade year in addition to the other science class you're taking. If you have questions about that specifically, please reach out and let me know. Our next class that you'll see, or area that you will see, is the art department. There are a few of you that may be in advanced art this year as an 8th grader who have a visual arts recommendation. If you have that visual arts recommendation, you are allowed to take that class. If you do not, but are hoping to take an art class, you would be looking to take either the Foundations of Design or Foundations of Drawing. Theater arts is next, and you do not have to have a teacher recommendation in order to take any of these classes. Next, you'll see the music department. This would be where any of you that are going to be a strings, band, or choir student would see a recommendation. Again, you can choose to take a choir class even without a recommendation. Please note that you can only sign up for the T classes. Remember, that means teacher recommendation if you see that teacher recommendation listed over here on the side. The last thing you're going to see on the front of your form is the business department classes. You can take any of these classes as a 9th grader without a teacher recommendation, and you will find all of that information in the course description book. If you'll flip your course request sheet over, we have just a few more areas. The top left-hand side, you'll see your family and consumer sciences area. Again, you can take any of these classes as a freshman without a teacher recommendation. Engineering and industrial technology is next, and just the same, you can take any of these classes without a teacher recommendation. Physical education will be next, and the majority of you will not see a teacher recommendation here. If you do, it may be for a health class, and if you note that, it will be listed here. If yours is blank, you are allowed to sign up for any of these classes that is here in your list of courses. Air Force Junior ROTC is listed here, and each of you should have had an opportunity to watch the video about the JROTC. AVID is another class that some of you may see a recommendation for, and although the recommendation may not be on your sheet, it is definitely something we're going to be talking about, and it's something that some of you may be very interested in taking. If you have questions about that, please reach out and let me know. Learning Lab is a class that some of you are able to take should you want to have a study hall where you can work on some of your classes. The thing you have to be careful with is that you do not earn any credit. You'll notice that they all say 0 hours or 0 credit. So this would fill an hour in your day, but you would not be earning any credit. You can only take one Learning Lab a year if that's something you want to do. In the top right-hand corner, there is a special services and then an English language development area. Most of you will not see recommendations there, but should you see a recommendation, you are allowed to sign up for those classes. This is a quick explanation of how to read your course request sheet. Again, remember, we are asking that you circle the classes you're hoping to take. When you circle those classes, remember, we would want you to circle the class name all the way around to the credit and back, and you are looking to have a total of 7 credits. If you have any questions about how you can fill out your course request sheet, please reach out to me, Jennifer Montgomery, at my email, jennifer.montgomery@lsr7.net. Thanks so much. Have a great day.